Namaste everyone. Let's today dive into the idea of oneness. It's a concept that might seem deep, but trust me, it's super interesting. We'll break it down with some cool analogies and examples that will make sense to all of us. Alright? Very well. How is everything one? Imagine your favorite video game. In the game, there are different levels, characters and stories. But in reality, it's all just code, right? That code is like the oneness we are talking about. All those different elements are part of one big program. Let's define existence. Existence is everything that is anything you can think of. Wherever you go, there is always something to experience and someone to experience it. They are like always together, like two sides of the same coin. When you combine experience and the experiencer, you get the existence. Heaven and hell and all sort of experiences of afterlife are also experiences. And you, the experiencer, are still there to experience them. So existence is all that there exists. Anything that exists must be a part of existence, otherwise it simply doesn't exist. Think of existence as this massive VR game. Everything, even your wildest dream or the idea of some super powerful deity, is part of this game. If it exists, it's a part of the game. If it doesn't, it simply doesn't exist. Ever noticed that you can't have an experience without someone to experience it? Just like you can't see a rose flower without being there to see it. For the rose flower to exist, there must be a seer, that is you, who has seen it, to be evidence of its existence. And the rose flower, the experience itself, is the proof of the existence of its seer, you, the experiencer. For any experience to happen, there must be a witness or experiencer of that experience to prove that the experience really happened. The existence of the experiencer literally proves the existence of experiences it witnesses. Is experience possible without an experiencer? Now that is an interesting question. Or is an experiencer possible without experiences? Let's see. They are always together, like two sides of the same coin. So we can say that they simply cannot exist separately. Let's take another look. Can you have experiences without an experiencer? Or an experiencer without experiences? No, they are always together. They are like two sides of the same page. You can't see them separately, so they are one. Think about it. A pot is never seen without clay. A jewelry made of gold is never seen without gold. The waves of water are never seen without water. Similarly, the experiencer, that is you, and the experiences are always one. Even when you are sleeping, you are in the state of deep sleep. Even there is the experiencer of the deep sleep, and there is the experience of nothingness or voidness or the deep sleep. So even while you are sleeping or dreaming, there is always the experience and the experiencer. Here is another example. Does the experience happen first and then the experiencer comes later, or does the experiencer comes first and then the experience happens? Very well, let's see. They happen together. If you will pay attention, you will find that wherever there is the experiencer, there is the experience, and whenever there is the experience, there is the experiencer there. You can't have one without the another. Experiences are always changing, but that does not mean that they are separate from the experiencer. Waves in the ocean change, but they are always part of the water. Take another example of the mind. Mind likes to split things up. It says, here is an experiencer and then there is the experience. But guess what? mind itself is just another experience. So it's like saying they are two when there is just really one. Let's test this. Where are you? Look around yourself. What's in front of you? How far is you from the object in front of you? Can you measure it without using your body? Probably not. The mind tricks you into thinking the objects are outside of you. But where is the boundary between you and the object? It's all an illusion. When I will ask you to measure the distance between yourself and the object in front of you, you will start measuring it with a measuring tape. But pay attention, you will place one end of the measuring tape on that object and another end on your body. But I am not asking the distance between that object and that of your body. I am asking you, how far are you, the experiencer, from that object? And here is where the problem comes. You are not the body. There is no boundary between you and the object in front of you. There is simply no distance between you and the object in front of you. Ignorance creates the illusion of separation. The experience and the experiencer are one, two aspects of the same, and that is you, the whole existence. For example, there are two adjacent ponds, and there is no distinct boundary between the two of them, and they both contain the same water in them. You know what it means. It means that they are one and the same pond, not two different ones. Similarly, if I am sitting in my terrace in New Delhi and see a clear blue infinite sky overhead, and you are sitting in Kolkata and seeing the same clear blue infinite sky overhead from the terrace of your home, and a third guy sitting somewhere in New York sees similar clear blue infinite sky, and we all know that there is no boundary in the sky separating one from another, then it clearly means that there are no two skies. There is only one infinitely large clear blue sky. So therefore, who are the other people? If you ask them all the questions about who am I that I have defined before in my earlier videos, you know what they will reply? They would say the same things. Does this mean that there are many experiencers? No, there is only one experiencer experiencing through infinite experiences. It's like a massive multiplayer game where every character is controlled by one and the very same player. One non-dual experiencer, the self, the witness, the consciousness. Now, so how do you experience oneness? It's not really something you experience. It's just being. Right now you are in the state of experiencing. You are the experiencer, and there is an experience which you are experiencing, which could be my voice that you are hearing, or the mobile phone or laptop in which you are seeing. So there is the experience and there is the experiencer, and the third one is the act of experiencing. That's oneness. It's the only state possible. To really get this, try being detached. Sit quietly and observe your body, your thoughts, desires, and the sense of I am, and all other experiences is like memories, emotions, etc. You will see them coming and going, rising and falling, and yourself to be there as the experiencer of it all. Both of them can be merged together as an act of experiencing, where both the experience and the experiencer merge together as one. You will see your entire life as nothing but just experiencing. This state is called samadhi or trance in English. It's like being in a dream where everything is empty. There is no me, no I, or even any experiences. Just the plain act of experiencing. Just oneness. So everything you see, feel, think is an illusion. The only real thing is you, the experiencer. Understanding this is the end of all spiritual seeking, the end of all knowledge. Remember, you are one non dual existence experiencing itself as elaborate illusory dream where you yourself are appearing as different dream characters. Embrace it, live it, and enjoy your dream. Many thanks for listening.